here with an arena game. As we know, this season is a fan faction season, and it's being played on the base map. I think that covers all the background we need. We're playing against some old friends, Genova, Ondas, and Zarito. The first thing that jumps out to me is that there are two big building events in this game relatively early. Time travelers could make 10-point big buildings in round 3. There is also this town event in round 5, which time travelers can actually take advantage of by making their towns in round 6. And hey, no shocker there. Time travelers are put into the first seat. We're picking fourth, so we get to control the color wheel a little bit. As long as people don't create a sandwich right now, we should be okay. Could go black and gray, and that would be a bit. I was saying this before, but I'm interested in seeing more genie and more conspirators this season. Those are the two factions I would be most interested in seeing more of. Maybe more Children of the Worm as well, but I don't think we need them in this game, even though it's like a decent worm track. My thing is that they're a tricky faction, and I'm willing to bet that other players are going to be better with them than I am. So we get the goats into the dynion geifr into C2. So that's a no on conspirators. They're going to be very strong. They can generally open double temple pretty happily. They're probably going to get the priest pass tile as well, so that would be disgustingly good. So they could open maybe something like temple for air 2, earth 2, and air 2. Could that be possible? It would be so much power, so that might be too much power. Maybe fire 1, air 2 is better. Ugh, gross. Alchemists. This is also the worst color matchup to pick into because might be picking the last seat, which is really unfortunate. I guess we can also pick architect seat, which would be fine. Architects are kind of dangerous because you want to start on d6, but goats place after you, so they could place c5, and I don't think goats should do that, though. I think that goats... But I mean, they could start c5 and then dig your hex and then just utterly wreck you. That wouldn't be fun. The towns are also kind of late for architects. Treasurers are more like the type of faction who want to build like this. Ooh, actually, treasurers also have this big building tile. I haven't played them yet this season, but they are a very strong faction. Round 6 trading post also good for them. Maybe it's too risky for me to play such a good faction that others can benefit more from. But this color wheel is just so ugly. Tempted to bid Swarmlings, to put Swarmlings into the game, actually. We know that what they play they will not get in the way of anyone. And then we just bid goats into oblivion. Or we could always put the Forbidden Green faction in. Forbidden Green faction seems possibly just like the crack pick. Game gets really ugly with green in, but let's just do it. And what faction then? Is it Orin? Is it Witches? I don't want to see either of these guys here. I think the answer is it is Witches. I didn't choose this color wheel. I mean, I didn't choose brown, gray, black. That is just so annoying to pick into. You hear wind? Sorry, that's my AC running. It gets really warm in this apartment. I can turn it down, and we'll see what happens. Maybe I overheat really quickly. Zarita doesn't like that I picked green-gray, but honestly, like this, and this happens on Snellman a lot, where you'll see like cultists, engineers, darklings picked into the first 3 seats. Then the 4th faction, often like your best choice is just witches, and like basically the 4th faction has a very low chance of winning when the first like on base map when it goes like cultists, engineers, darklings. Like that is a very unfriendly color matchup to pick 4th into. Those 3 factions can all thrive, but then like often your best move is just to pick witches in the 4th seat. Now obviously we're in an auction world, so that's not as important, but that's why it's so tough to pick into this 4th seat. And that's why I wish that architects could make something happen, but honestly I think that the goats specifically are really dangerous for architects here, because goats could single dig this guy on their first action, and yeah, their adjacency is a little worse, and they do miss out on some leech. However, goats are just really kind of, they don't need neighbors to make towns. They could just build these 4 hexes without any upgrades, and they could still be happy. We kind of want to stay away from that world, you know? I think that Alchemist is quite a good bid. Like the 3 past tiles that they're most interested, the big building, this shipping VP tile, and the dwellings VP tile are all in the game. Zorito likes the goats still, which is fun. I don't know if goats maybe start away from this E9 hex, or this F6 hex. It's such good leech, and it's good adjacency for upgrading. However, I don't know if you can afford to strand the structure, especially if alchemists start here and like dig around you, though alchemists could easily start on E10 as well. The priest is also in the game, which is very, very nice for alchemists. Like these last 2 round events are really nice. Like this is a very good like temple earth 1, advanced ship, like get up here. I really like that type of opening for alchemists, and maybe just leave the big building tile to goats in round 1. Actually, I'm a little more curious about what time travelers are up to here, but they also just avoid the worst part of the color matchup, which is pretty important. I'm probably starting at E10 as alchemists, just let time travelers have this. And in that case, that's a good reason to actually bid on time travelers, I think. I don't know if time travelers, maybe you want to just start double east, like if alchemists let you. Because if they start G5 and E5, then I would probably just start F7. But arguably, like this matchup is quite interesting because you don't know who's going to get network points in it. Goats, if they connect, should be able to get a pretty impressive network. Alchemists, you can often count on to win network outright, but oh, you don't think that the AC is bad? Maybe I should run it then. It's starting to heat up already in here with my nerd rage for this color arrangement. What do we do as witches here? Do we take the spade? Like, I'm not sure if we actually take the spade here. We definitely probably want to build stronghold in round 2, but like there's not a lot of dwelling rounds early, which is actually kind of awkward for witches to score on. I feel like the game plan for alchemists is just kind of obvious, and like there's a lot of appeal in obvious when there's a lot of uncertainty in the game. So there are 3 like very good pass tiles, which is the big building, the priest, and the spade. There's also a ship, which witches might be interested in, but it's not clear to me whether witches actually want that. Like, because a temp ship opening for witches makes it just... Like, I'm bidding on brown here. The iffiest part about bidding on brown here is that we're bidding not knowing if we're getting network points, even in this color matchup, but that could be okay, you know? If you got 2 towns in round 6, maybe you look for a 3rd somewhere. You probably don't in this color matchup. Okay, some bidding is starting to happen on goats. I suspect that alchemists might still be the correct bid here. I think that we just try to build both sanctuary and stronghold in this round. Build the temple for, build the sanctuary for water 1, then build a stronghold in this round. I think that that's what we're supposed to try this game. It's not easy to make sure that we get all the workers, but it's also just really fun, the idea of being able to build both sanctuary and stronghold as time travelers for 20 points. Like, maybe you just don't score any more points for the rest of the game, but it still feels good to like hit that, right? So but I do think that alchemists probably have a pretty reliable path to like 2 towns win network. I guess you could get cut off of network as alchemist here, and that would really, really, really suck. Really suck. So I guess where I was going about time travelers was I think that you might just wind up wanting to single dig round 1, because I think that alchemists aren't going to be on G5, and if they're not on G5, then we just single dig down 2 dwellings and temple for like, maybe it's air 2, so you can get this cult reward, or earth 2, and you just take like a crappy power tile, and then you have a very fast round 1, you pass on to this guy. Late TPs are really nice for goats, I think. Double dig could be in play for goats. Let's see. Where do we want to start as goats? We want to start E7 always, and then probably go for like this town here. And then do we also want to go for this town down here, or do we start here or here or something? Like, here gives a chance at connection on H6. With E8. Hoodie and AC is like Earth 2 and convert workers to coins. It is, isn't it? That's the dream. E6 is probably too good not to place, right? It's probably just too good not to place there. Okay, yeah. Alright. So cool. Maybe we don't get a town in the center. I don't know if we get G1. I guess we could, right? We could bridge town here, but we're not gonna focus on that. We're gonna focus on getting this town, and actually we probably do need to focus on getting this town because it would be really painful to look for a 3rd town spot. This is like a triple dig that goats might beat us to. Which is start on temp ship. Okay. So I'm going to get one of the good pass tiles, which is kind of what I was hoping for. Alchemists, I thought were supposed to take the priest, and they still do. So goats actually get the spade, which is so good. And then I'm going to get the big building tile, which is also really nice, because it means that I can just hard dig in the worst case. The big building tile is also really good, like, because, yeah, I think that Zorito here is counting on being able to buy the priest with his first action. What if we took the priest with our first action? We have the workers to hard dig, right? Is that just being dumb? But, like, speaking of taking Earth 2 and converting workers to coins, like I am considering taking this priest, sending it to the Earth track, and then templing for Air 2. Maybe I send it to Air and take Air 2. Earth and Earth 2 is okay, but then I want all my I want to get those resources before this round. I'm probably not getting quite enough benefit out of it. Let's just upgrade here. Goats will have to give us leech at some point. Witches, I think, probably just secure the single spade here. They probably don't build a temple here, and then they just build a stronghold in this round. That's actually a pretty nice witches line. I feel sad now. They could also, I suppose, just build c5, build g3, and then build a temple for Air 2. That's not a terrible line for witches either. Like, they should always get c4 still, and then they can consider whether they want c3 or not. Like, goats might beat them to c3, but who really cares? Oh, alchemists are in a tricky spot because they might be surrendering double dig. They might give double dig to witches if they upgrade here, and giving double dig to witches is an actual problem. So this E8 hex, I think goats want this a lot because this lets them connect down here, and they're likely going to be able to dig down through here because it's not like I have advanced digging and I'm going to contest like this hex or anything. Okay, they're going to give it to me. If double dig is in play, then they're getting it. Oh, Ondas just built here, so he's going to get double dig anyway. So maybe I'm just supposed to secure single dig. Does anyone else even want single dig? Wow, Ondas upgrades to temple. I didn't expect that. I mean, he will get double dig. I don't know what to make of this. Let's just secure the single spade. I think it's perfectly fine to settle for single spade here because I still get to build 2 dwellings. And I think that what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a temple and then make a TP. And then I can try to get priest to air. I guess goats probably should take priest to air. Well, goats might be able to, probably can afford to buy this worker's action. And then double temple instead of priest to air, maybe. Here's temple air 2, so Ondas will secure. This secures double dig for him, even if I don't give him the leech, which is nice. Yeah. So double dig is secured. I guess I could give it to alchemists, but that would be a terrible move, and I'm not gonna help alchemists blow open the game like that. They're already doing just fine. Every now and then I get those intrusive thoughts. Like right now I could just open the stronghold, right? Or is there any reason why I shouldn't just open the stronghold here? I would get 9 points for doing so. The awkward part, I guess, is that I'm not in a good leech spot right now. We'll see what Zorito does. Wow, okay, that was rude. That was quite rude. And I suppose this hex is like dead, so this town is dead. Like the really awkward part about the stronghold, right, is that I want to use its capability to its fullest. However, that just doesn't seem very wise. Alright, I think that we're templing for Fire 1. Templing for Fire 1, building another TP. The TP is what, 3 points and some coins? And then we try to get first priest to air? Maybe air 2 is just better. Maybe we should take double econ. So we'll take Earth 2 here, build the TP, and then next round we temple for Fire 1. Yeah, let's get really weird. Ugh, man, if I knew that Zorito was just gonna do this, I probably would have just opened the stronghold. But such is life. Let's move a little further from the AC so it's not too loud. I think he really didn't want to temple there. I think he probably wanted to take the worker's action. And I don't think I'm going to punish him because I can't really afford the worker's action here. I think I'm supposed to just grab the coins here. I no longer need to manage my power that well. So I think I'm supposed to just grab coins here. And then I probably just don't make that TP then. I give up 3 points. But then I'll have plenty of coins, which is what I was looking for anyway. Alchemists do a 5 power priest conversion. I guess one thing that I missed was that alchemists were pretty obviously going to grab the priest, so if I wanted the first priest, then I was supposed to take it there. Witches are now going to pass on to this. Oh, of course they built the dwelling first. Duh. So I would really like the coins and first priest to air, but both of those can't happen, so maybe I can get the coins next round. Is that crazy? Like, my thought here is that if I pass onto this tile, I can begin by priest to air. Is it possible that I then get the coins action? Or do witches just get the leech from the double temple happening? Like, I don't think it's a bad move for me to do this. And then my first action is priest to air, my second action is cult bump. And if it disappears, then I just send priest to earth, right? Okay, Ondos is not going to quite have the leech to go priest to air first action. So, I guess goats will be able to. Well, but goats want the priest power action. They don't actually want the. Yeah, goats prefer the priest power action to the coin's power action. So they're going to grab the workers and then make the temple now. I'm going to go priest to air, and then maybe I luck into the coins. Wait, what? Oh, we did 5 power priest to 5 power priest instead of taking the workers. That makes plenty of sense because that nets an extra coin. Okay, so now he's not in a good power position to be taking the coins. So I think I have a chance at just getting the coins here. I would really love that, but let's not count our chickens, I guess. And I assume that they pass on to this dwelling VP tile, but like the temp ship is good. The temp ship is probably good. No, it's dwelling VP. Okay. Alchemists. If I were alchemists, I'd be pretty happy to get a dwelling VP tile. Oh, never mind. They have the spade. Yeah, the spade is good. Alchemists can now build D8, B5, C1 next round. That is ridiculous. And I guess that is why you would bid alchemists, right? Like, it's not like it's luck. It's like exactly what you expected to have. Also, just to be clear, I have like 0 game plan for what happens after that. Yeah, only goats can take the coins right now. I don't think that that's what's going to happen. Ondas puts priest to air. Now he's capable of taking the coins. Goats. Come on, Sanctuary Earth 1. Goats go for Sanctuary Earth 1. Love that. Hey, maybe we're supposed to go temple for air 2 instead of a... I was talking about building a temple for... Well, they take water 1. That's so hilariously greedy. I love this. I don't think it's actually correct, but it's pretty beautiful. Goats can play a small footprint game. I don't think that they're going to need to. I think they're going to get E8 and then build these 2 hexes eventually. Yeah, we took Earth 2 before. I think that maybe we take Temple Air 2. Wait, oh, Alchemist went for the ship VP. That is sensible, I guess. They get out like 2 fewer dwellings this way, which I don't approve of. I think that they could have taken the spade, built 2 hexes, and then still passed for a bunch of points. But I think that, like, I don't need to give them advice. They're completely fine either way. This was really mean by Ondas. That really hurt my feelings. It's just not going down the way that I thought it was going to. I think this Witches game is terrible. I hate this. And maybe it's not actually terrible. Like, whoa, that's an early pass. It's probably too much for me to say that it's actually terrible, but I don't like it. I would not be making the same choices. Anyway, I'm not getting the coins anymore. Ondas clearly gets the coins before me during the next round. So how do I ensure that I actually have the coins to make this happen? Maybe I'm not supposed to build a temple here. Maybe I'm just supposed to Sanctuary next round and then Stronghold next round, because it requires 3 coins to make the TP. So it's 11 coins for the stronghold and 19 coins for both big buildings. I can, like, obviously I have that available to me, but I don't have that available to me if I build a temple here. So probably I'm supposed to just bump the air cults. Maybe I can afford a hard dig here. The hard dig is probably not bad. That gets me 2 points as well. And then I sanctuary for Earth 1 stronghold. And maybe this wasn't that terrible. It's very, very bad for me, which is why I hate it, obviously, but it's probably not that bad overall. Oh, Ondas was on the big building tile, so that actually does make sense why he did what he did. And he left himself no ability to take Leech, which is kind of interesting. And pass on to tempt ship. So maybe it's like hard dig, build. Just get out all the dwellings next round. After taking the coins, I guess. Or even advanced ship. That might be better. We probably just open Priest to Earth. Assuming that goats take a power action, we probably open the Priest to Earth for these coins. Maybe it doesn't play out that way, but we'll see. Alchemists, I guess they don't have to go for the big building tile. That would be, it's pretty amazing if we actually do get this, so. Alright, so I think that we do dig this guy down. Or do we dig this guy down? I think we dig this guy down. Ondas can't take that leech. I guess the downside is we don't actually need that hex, right? But we might need that hex for connection, and maybe we get G1. Like in round 4, maybe we pass on to temp ship and like triple dig this guy or something. It seems a little unlikely, but and we're going to go, we need 19 coins next round. We would be at 15 here. We can obviously burn down some stuff. We would need 10 workers. This leaves us 10 workers still. We're about to see how this goes down. Are goats rushing Earth 1 or not? And does it matter? Like, can we afford to just have Water 1 instead of Earth 1? How many of these dwellings are we building? There's no dwellings rounds coming up. Whoa. Okay. They open by using their spade. So we're going to get Priest to Earth and Earth 1 if we wanted. That's nice. I think Cerrito might undo this. I don't think that that's a great play, but that's fine. Like, I'm completely fine with this move. They put themselves in position to take the double spade. Presumably they're going to use it on G6. Maybe that's why they did what they did, but Priest to Earth was perfectly fine as well. I guess alchemists might go priest to earth, but it is the digging round, so I think that b4, b5 might be a stronger play here. I should imagine that that's in play, right? Advance digs twice, then build b4, b5 for alchemists. They're on the dwelling. Oh, they're on the priest tile. Oh, they definitely want to advance ship then. And yeah, I'll take priest to earth. It's there for me. Round 3 digs is quite early for. Yep, alchemists are going all in on digging this round. It's hilarious that I keep talking about Earth 1. Yeah, I mean, am I going to make, like, how many points am I going to make this game, right? That's why I keep talking about Earth 1. But yeah, it does seem like Zorito is completely not as interested in Earth 1 as I am, so. But hey, I mean, Earth 1 is useful. It's very useful. It's just a good way to make points. And points are points in Terra Mystica. I mean, should I be going for Water 1 instead? Water 1 is points immediately this round. Earth 1 comes with a point, and it comes with me being able to send a priest to Earth later. There is like a TP round, but there's no dwellings round late. So am I going to be able to, like, I can definitely build 4 TPs this game, right? Like, I'm going to use one right now, and then I can just build these 4 hexes. Am I going to build, so 4 TPs, am I going to build 6 dwellings? 1, 2, maybe 3, maybe 4, maybe 5, 6, 2. Maybe just gambling for Water 1 is like safer first, right? Would Zorito? No, Zorito wants to build this hex, I think. You know what? Yes, you are. Wait, Earth 1 is gone? Oh, Zorito did take Earth 1 in round 1. Oh, okay, fine. Okay, fine. Good call. Yeah, okay. Water 1 it is. Nothing to see here. And do we need to down convert? I don't think we need to down convert. What a bunch of jerks. Trumps all of you too, you know? Alright, so we're going to upgrade on H7 and try to get some reach off of the goats. I'm down converting a little less power than normal because time travelers have this weird stronghold. I might like to get this single spade power action on G4 afterward, though. I think that's in play. Zorito bought a priest. Fair enough. So I think that I might be in the unenviable position of declining leech now. Nope, he's advancing shipping. Cool. Alchemists have their connection locked up. It's an awesome alchemist game, and honestly, totally predictable too. So, like, nothing interesting has happened here for alchemists, but it's just a really nice game for them. Also, we've basically used up all the points that were in our game plan. Our game plan was something like, "Hey guys, we can build 2 big buildings in this round," and now that's about it. That's all that I had planned. So, if anyone has any other ideas what to do, then I'm I'm totally open to hearing them. But I didn't have any other plans for this game. I guess the one thing we can do here is we can drop this bridge, but probably we're supposed to just pass for temp ship in that case and then double dig this bridge, right? And no one wants double dig anyway, so um, so I'm looking at this guy as being pretty attractive. Um, yeah, coins and VP are pretty good. And we can take 1 town next round. We maybe just take the 8-pointer. Am I getting any leech? Probably not. We could drop this bridge now, but then we lose access to double dig. That doesn't seem great. If I pass here, then goats get the big building tile. That's probably better than alchemists getting it, but neither is like a particularly great outcome for us. Regardless, this is the move, I think, and then we just do... We need to be, like, normally I just down convert like crazy, and just accept, like, all leeches, or leave myself super open to taking a leech, but plan is to get revenge on Ondas so he doesn't mess with me in future games. I mean, I love getting revenge on Ondas, like, for any reason whatsoever. However, I don't really see how I'm getting revenge on him here. Like, this hex doesn't do anything to him. He wants 3 ship anyway, so he gets this hex for free. But I might need this hex myself anyway. Like, I need this hex myself, right? Like, he's opening the round by a coins action. Like, this is a coins action here. So then I could advance my shipping and then be prepared for this, right? Is that what I'm supposed to do? I don't think I'm supposed to bridge. That just leaves myself open to getting wrecked by alchemists, but maybe I'm supposed to bridge? Alchemists really want to do their own stuff. They need to make 3 towns next round. They're looking to go Sanctuary Water 1 into Stronghold. So they don't really want to mess with me here. I'm going to hang this bridge, and then I'm going to go Act 4 into this. No, I'm talking like a crazy person. I want this, don't I? Let's not talk like a crazy person. We'll send this priest. Now, let's secure this hex. All right, so here's the play. We secured this hex. We got 2 coins from it. And then we use the big action, like the stronghold action. And then we advance our shipping, or maybe even take a ship town. Ooh. Do I want this leech? It's a 4 for 3, which puts my power in an awkward spot. He says, taking it anyway. I guess the answer was yes, I did want that action. Or that power. Oh, this is actually very nice. Okay. Alchemists aren't going to mess with me here, so I actually do get this hex. Oh, put that in your pipe and smoke it. And we're gonna get 6 points for this triple dig, by the way. So now we can guilt-free take the 8-pointer. And this is a secret, super secret idea. We might be able to hang the bridge this round too. Ondas wants this bridge, but I might be able to. Well, I mean, I should be able to get this bridge like in the next 2 rounds at some point, even if Ondas gets it this round. Alchemists really, really want to build their stronghold here. But doing so might mean burning down to. Oh, okay. They're gonna bribe Ondas here. This is like bribery. This is water 1 probably. No, water 1's gone. So this does not need to be. This could be a stronghold. That'll be fun. Just infinite econ for witches. It is infinite econ for witches. Okay. Is it way too greedy to hang the bridge first, then hope to get the leech to... No, I can't. I don't think I can do that. I don't think I can actually do that. I think I'm supposed to just secure this hex now. I'm definitely supposed to do that. And then I'm supposed to try to get the bridge in a later round. I was starting to think like a very, very crazy person, but I've done very, very crazy things before. Taking this leech every time. Every time, baby. Is this taking a turn for the better? I mean, were things ever really that bad? Come on, this is me here. Things were always good. Also, I now have the leech to just buy this bridge now. I think that witches would be wise to just take that leech now, but... Okay, so moment of truth. Are alchemists going to look for some leech to build their stronghold with Act 3? Because they could send their priest to water, or fire rather, and then hope that they get a free leech, and then buy the workers' action, and then build their stronghold. Or they could just burn down a 3 power and build a stronghold now. It's not obvious which is better here, because they have a very, very real chance of getting blocked off this stronghold. I would probably just build the structure here. I think it's worth it to build the structure here. By the way, I paid an insane amount of victory points to leech this game. Witches have paid, I think, 1. I think witches have paid 1 victory point to leech this game. That's part of why their VP are so high. Yes. I think it would probably be nice to get onto a victory point token next round at this point. Oh, Ondas does steal the bridge now. You bastard. Okay, we'll secure out this hex then. That was pretty iffy from a power management standpoint. But I think I can still make it. I think I can still make it happen pretty happily. So no one else should want the bridge. So that part's nice as well. Zorito dutifully avoids giving me the leech. I am not afraid. I will be taking an 8-point town here, which will give me 3 power. And then I can use my cult bump to get myself 2 more power. If Zorito continues to be a jerky McJerk face and not build this hex here. Alchemists want to stall to stay in the round, but good luck with that with no more power. Witches will put Priest of Fire here. Ooh, witches are going for a 3rd town. Out here. With these 2 hexes here, I believe. That is cool. Don't like what we've done. Oh, let's just use the stronghold action now. Duh, what was I thinking? Power management issue solved. And then let's do a cult bump before we build the... Oh, it doesn't really matter, yeah. We're fine. Why was I so worried? Yeah, and Zorito was being a jerk anyway. He takes Air 1. Alright, so we're going to pass on to a VP tile next round, which is nice. Zorito says that he feels pretty cramped here. Nah, man. You're good. You're good. Ondas, by passing here... Like, this isn't a great tile for witches next round. Normally you want to advance ship in round 6, but he could just take 2 ship towns next round, which would be good. Yeah, if I were witches, I might take this guy and go for 2 ship towns, but like the big building tile is in play, so I probably just wouldn't rush it. I'm obviously not going to rush it. I'm just going to take my 2 towns first, or my town first. What if I'm supposed to take a priest town and send it to air? It's probably not as good as just... No, it's probably not as good as this, right? Yeah. I'll get a priest to earth next round for cult spades on to help me connect, so that'll be good as well. Goats are super tall. Like they have earth 1, water 1, and air 1, so they're very incentivized to build out as much stuff as they can, and they have 2 priest production plus 1 million like other resources. So I don't know if they're capable of they might be capable of building out all this stuff. Like, it's going to actually be tough for me to build out down to just 3 temples on my board, right? In the final round, maybe I'm supposed to just try to carve a town here, not worry about network points. It probably involves getting this gray hex, actually. Witches do go Priest of Fire, which I expected. Okay, do we take the priest? Do we take the 8-pointer? The 8-pointer is valuable on fire, water, earth, and air. I think if the 8-pointer is valuable on all 4 cults, then it's gotta be correct to take it. We will down convert 1, leave ourselves open to taking each like civilized people. I think that leech is going to come from here. I think leech might also come from here, but I'll just not be able to take it. Oh, Zorito doesn't want to build this because that forms a town early. I see. That's why he's not building that hex. Ondas, on the other hand, might want to build this TP so that he has better tempo on a town next round. I think that makes a lot of sense. Ondas also doesn't have power to take double spade anymore, so that's probably all mine. You have to think that goats at this point are looking to advance digs instead of taking spade actions. We also should think about whether we're supposed to contest this hex and cut their connection, but I think that's probably not necessary. We're probably supposed to go for a third town in a round 6 towns game. I don't know if we can get this temple for Fire 2 though. I kind of suspect all the Fire 2s will be gone by then. Alchemists 100% want Fire 2 this coming round. They're going to do their very hardest. They're probably going to secure this hex, temple for Fire 1, Fire 2, then build these 2 guys, taking worker towns along the way. Ondas might have done a little bit of math. Anyway, witches I think want Fire 2 because this town is awkward with an expensive TP, and I think that witches have dreams of this town as well. But I don't know if they can generate 5 spades, honestly. I think 5 spades will be kind of tough. Wow, they don't even pass for the points. That's fascinating. It's probably the right read not to, but it's fascinating not to actually not do it. Okay, so I think that we don't want this ship VP tile. We want temp ship. Or do we want the ship VP tile? Ooh, I appreciate that leech. Goats want to be able to pass back onto the big building tile. Right, they don't want to advance their ship all the way. That's why they're leaving that. So are we supposed to take the ship VP tile or the dwellings tile? Like this is actually a TP round for us, right? Yeah, we're definitely not. So it's awkward because I don't really want this, but I really do, like I don't really want to have dwellings on my board at the end of this round, but I really don't want to be advancing my shipping next round. So we're gonna do this. So witches are going to. Witch's first action is probably. Yeah, I don't have a way to take this hex. I was just trying to cook up a way in my head to take this hex, but it's not going to happen. And I don't know that I can keep goats off of this hex either, so that might just kill my town dreams. My third town dreams. I would need either this hex or this hex in order to make a third town down here in the south. And I'm just afraid that that can't happen. Secure hex, good for them. They probably undo this because they didn't use their bonus spade, which they have in hand. Nope, they don't. That's a little surprising, but okay. Do we hard dig, or do we? What do we do here? Do we hard dig, or do we power spade? I think we power spade. The rest of our power is basically for coins anyway, so. So we should be able to double dig as well. So now that I'm here, I can just advance or I can use the stronghold action and then just double dig this hex with my next action. And I'll build 2 TPs and then I'll just assume that I don't get bridge blocked. Like, who's gonna bridge block me, you jerks? It's a bummer because then I won't be building many TPs during the TP round, but I've survived worse. Yeah, I don't have the power to double spade this right now, which is sad, but they don't advance their digging? That has to be wrong, right? Zerito declines doing conversions. I feel like that was supposed to be. I really feel like this was supposed to be advanced digs. Like, they can compete on network, but surely you want to advance your digs to like do this. 3 workers on this just doesn't seem very good. And then how are they getting this hex, right? Like, what does this hex actually get you if you don't get this hex? And you only get that hex if you do 2 more digs. So I'm not sure what just happened there, but I don't think it was bad for us. It's a short story. Ooh, Ondas, you just... Ondas, buddy, that was the wrong play. That was the wrong play, buddy. I guess he thinks that I still want the bridge, but... So now I don't need to worry about this guy. I just need to worry about Priest to Earth and getting this bridge. I will need to fight witches for it. Witches will be able to bridge here if they want. That's annoying. This is a workers' town, so that they can make their second town. Our points do not look good, guys. Don't look at our points. Time Traveler's Stronghold is so good when I'm the only one with 6 power tokens. It's also really good when someone just keeps feeding you leech, right? I would take the 8-pointer here if I were witches. They might take the coin town, though. The coin town's kind of needed as well so that they can actually get to 3 shipping. But the 8-pointer gets them 2 coins straight up, which is quite good. They just take a ship town, which also makes tons of sense. Witches are going to just buy the bridge, so I am now at risk of being bridge blocked next round. So let's just keep a quick eye on that. But I don't think we're going to actually worry about it. We're not going to worry about anyone bridge blocking us, because why should they, right? We're not actually winning here, so they shouldn't bridge block us, and therefore we won't plan as if they will. we're going to put our 3 TPs on H4, H5, and F3. Yeah, we're going to build 3 TPs here. They're just too many points here. And yeah, Fire 2's gone, but I will put Cult Spades here, so maybe I can get another Act 6 in round 3 here. I'll Temple for Air 1 next round if I need to. Maybe I'll even pass on to the Time Travel or the Alchemist Spade. Should witches just take the second shipping town? Am I in a stall match with witches? That's sad. I think that they will outstall me. But the spade is not too bad for me anyway, so I'm just not going to concern myself too much with it. No, this shouldn't be too bad. They can only get a priest. And then they should only get one more action after that. Yeah, okay, so I'm going to go... Oh, never mind. The witches don't have a points pass tile, so that wasn't really a concern for me. There's a small question of whether I'm supposed to build this TP or if I'm supposed to build a dwelling. Which one is actually correct here? Is it a TP or a dwelling? The dwelling is better for my worker econ. And it's 2 more workers for me. 3 less coins. And 2 less points. Or sorry. Building the dwelling loses me 1 point and 3 coins, but it gets me 2 workers. I think that the TP is better, but it's actually pretty close. Six workers. That would be enough to take 1 double spade. It also puts my power in kind of an awkward spot, actually. Regardless, my power will be in an awkward spot. So do I greed these points? Or... I think I agree. I think we greed these points. Workers are for chumps. Remember how I said that I didn't think that I would get bridge blocked 3 times in a row? It could happen. It's not impossible. That was a very quick coins action, as opposed to a priest action. Interesting. I don't think that this town is actually happening, right? I don't think that this town can actually happen. Unless... No, he can't place any TPs there anyway, so, yeah. Is the Witcher's best move to bridge block me? That would be pretty unfortunate if it actually is. Like, it's not impossible that witches are actually supposed to bridge block me here, but I do think that they might have their own stuff to do. Like, they have Earth 1, so they really want to be building dwellings. That was the downside of this. Maybe if I had double spaded here instead. Like, I passed with 3 workers in hand, so... Anyway, Andis does decide to just not block for now. The 8-pointer still looks valuable, right? Like, it's points here and here. It might be points there. It might be worth it if, you know, goats have 1,000,000 priests, so I think I am still supposed to take the 8-pointer. Now, this is not good for our power management, but that is good for our power management. I don't think that I need to worry about this hex that much. I think I can build these two, wait for goats to give me the leech that I need, and then just take the double spade action. I just kind of think that things will work out there. Are they, like, if goats connect, are they beating us in network? That's 1, 2, 3 more hexes that they would build, probably. And that would put them at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 structures. We're going to put out 3 here. So we're going to have 4 structures left on our board. So I don't think that I'm supposed to worry that much about goats. Like, connecting. Like, specifically, I can, like, I'm not even sure that I'm supposed to connect myself. But I guess I am, because Goat's network will be worse than mine, so I think that I am supposed to advance my ship to hit 3. But if they don't bother to take this E8 hex and advance their shipping all the way, then my 8 structures should be sufficient as well. So we're kind of in like an awkward situation, which is kind of fun. I am partially talking about all that because I'm just curious about whether or not I'm supposed to send this priest off. Okay, I'm given Act 6. That's very nice. So that's at least one thing I can stop thinking about for now. They take water too, which is possibly a bit of a problem. Goats have this, right? Like, they are... Oh, I know why goats built this now. They did this because they need spots to build these TPs. This is 24 points worth of TPs sitting on the goats board. 24, 32, 36 points from goats coming in. Yeah, they probably... They must have me beat, I think. Alright, how do I look network-wise? Can witches get down 3 more structures? They need to connect this shit, first of all, so they need 3 digs, or else they strand a structure. So I might be beating witches on network too. Okay, so it's very important that we, it's actually very important that we connect here. So we need a priest town, which thankfully there still is one. Ooh, alchemists are about to steal a priest town from us. Maybe we need to take a priest power action. That move seems extremely unnecessary. I don't think that's a good play by Ondas. But it's good for us. It's good for us when our opponents do things that aren't good for them and aren't good for our opponents, so... Oh, you know what we can do? We don't need 3 shipping. We just need this hex to connect. And now witches just need to advance ship with their last action. So let's grab this guy. I don't think I can take this leech anymore, unfortunately. Would love to, but I don't think I can afford to anymore. Yeah, Goat's getting to like 136, and then passing for like 24 cult points. Man, I think I botched that. I think I wasn't supposed to take this hex. I think I was supposed to temple for fire for like air 1 TP. That's more points for me than what I just did. And connecting on this. Yeah, that was a mistake. To take the 11 pointer. So I do get the priest town. So okay, so fine. I get the priest town. Maybe advancing ship to 3 is the right play then. Witches will advance their ship again. Oh, I'm gonna get beat on the fire cults by alchemists. This is a guaranteed 2 points. Priest of Fire doesn't guarantee anything, because alchemists might just go TP, like a whole bunch of random crap. I think this is safe now. While we ponder the rest of our options. I almost just accepted that without thinking. It can't be that bad to accept. It's 2 points. 2 points is 2 points. Oh, sending priest to air is a bad idea because witches have a cult bump in hand. Yeah, that's definitely a mistake. I guess either way we're taking the priest town, right? Like, there's no world where we're not taking the priest town here. God, yeah, I really wish I could have this I-9 back. Because I would love to be going like Temple TP instead of whatever else, what actually is happening here. Witches will get to 123 before they pass. They'll have a network of like 6, 129. This is like about low 140s, I think. Yeah, low 140s. Witches have no reason not to advance their shipping here, right? Witches should definitely advance their shipping. That's like their only way to make points. They'll have 12 structures. So if I connect, I beat them. If I don't connect, then I don't beat them, and that's a problem. Goats are also going to pass with a bunch of victory points in hand, which is pretty disgusting. Or resources in hand. They'll probably just advance their digging at the end of the game. Oh, they have water too as well. So maybe the Priest of Air isn't worthless. Alchemists. Here's probably the ship advance, I think. I hope it's the ship advance. Then I can stop fucking worrying about what witches are doing. Okay, it's a ship advance. They do need to use their cult bump, but that takes some pressure off of us. Like, it makes our decision making a little easier because we do know that we need to So what I'm considering here is, can I afford Temple Air 1 and then 2 ship advances? I think that it would be wrong for me not to Temple Air 1, right? Yeah. Temple Air 1, 2 ship advances seems just right here. I'll put it here where no one wants to leech. So Air 1's a guaranteed 3 points. This could also technically be like Water 3 or like Water 2 to protect the water and fire cults. But I think I just like Air 1. There's the expensive TP, and I assume that it's either 2 ship advances or a dig advance coming in for goats after this. So yeah, goats with the pass are 133, plus let's say like it's 1 dig advance, 1 ship advance, that's like 9 more points, 142. 142 plus 22. 160s, maybe mid 160s. Unfortunately, alchemists are going to chase us down in the fire cult. That means that Witch's best cult bump is on fire as well. Yeah, this is like what makes me wonder if Water 2 is better. Because that's 1-2 points on here. Maybe 3 points, because now alchemists are incentivized to chase me down here. I don't know. I don't like these cult things at the end of the game. I think that unfortunately I was supposed to use this cult spade, or like this bonus spade, and I didn't, so that was a bummer. Oh well. We're going to come in second in network, which was what we anticipated. And goats are going to win air outright, so that's quite sad. Yeah, our cult performance is going to be a lot worse than we had hoped. We just didn't have enough priest production this game, which is unfortunate. Missed the stream. Luckily there are VODs. You had your first Enlightened game. It was terrifying. Were you playing Enlightened? It was a very cool game. I don't know that... if you're talking about my game, I don't know that very cool is the way that I would describe it, but... the way I see, like, what happened in our game was not very cool. Like, this bridge fight was really bad. Like, so I had, like, 2 points of sloppiness late. Or one major point of sloppiness late was not using this cult spade as I was supposed to. And then possibly it was a mistake to take air 1 instead of water 2 as well. So you did have some luck with Enlightenment? That's cool. It's kind of stupid how much economy they get. I'm not sure that I like the... At this point, I'm like leaning against like the Enlightenment's design. As for what alchemists should do here, Priest of Fire seemed like a good play, and now they make another TP. They pay 1 point, get 6 points, so they'll be at 121, 130 after they pass. We're going to be at 126. I think that we don't have quite enough cult point edge against alchemists to beat them here. We have 8 points versus them on this track, but then we lose 3 here, so that's +5, +7, +9. That might be like one point short of beating alchemists, and of course I think we're both very short of goats. At least that's my read on the situation. 21, 130, 148, 152, 154. So 126 for us would network 138, 139, 141, 150, 154. We might be tying alchemists if I just did my math correctly. Ondas played super weird. Ondas, which piano piece is behind me? That's a good question. I have Chopin's Opus number 9, Opus 9 number 2, his Nocturne, and I have River Flows Into You on the piano. So yeah, so I think we're tying alchemists here, which is fine. Oh wait, hold on. I have a spade in hand, guys. I have a spade in hand. Yeah, that's not going to do me anything. And I do think that the goats have this. Yeah, this is the dig advance coming in. So they are going to be in the 160s. And I do think that witches are probably last. 129, 137, 140. Yeah, they're in the low 140s. Low mid 140s, as we said. So cliche. I mean, totally cliche, right? Like, No question. Losing 2 cult battles late was rough. But it would have been even worse not to advance our ship, so I do think that taking that 3 for 2 was probably correct, because it allowed us to temple Air 2, or Air 1, which was very necessary. Oh wait, do we have second here? Yeah, we actually eked it out over alchemists, so 1 point. Anyway, suffice it to say that this felt pretty bad. Oh, sorry. But in green-gray matchups, this winds up being like a hex that green does go after like some percentage of the time. So it's unfortunate that it happened here. Zurito, hey, nice game. Goats are just really strong, right? I was really surprised late in the game that you didn't advance your digs. I thought that was a mistake when you took this hex just straight up. I thought that your plan was to advance your digging and then grab this hex. It wound up being fine for you anyway, but yeah. I guess we could take it to the tail of the tape. We were slow. No shocker there. It was a hideous matchup on stream, so apologies everyone. We didn't build a ton of structures, and neither did the eventual winner, but Alchemist had the juice to build another structure, of course. We took lots and lots of spades. That is what our stronghold allowed us to do. 3 double spades, 3 single spades. We did not build a ton of structures, but we found the economy for spades by doing this. And we eventually did get our bridge, yes. Ondas could have actually killed us by taking the bridge, so that was very, very gentlemanly not to do that, because I do think that he probably beats it. Well, he might still be 4th, but I'm definitely 3rd if he does bridge block us there. All right, so down here, 61 points on the scoring track, so, I mean, that's 3 towns during the town rounds, 3 TPs during the TP rounds. That accounts for, or 4 TPs during the TP rounds, because we built the initial temple here, and then 20 points here, so that's 35 from this and this, plus 12 is 47, plus a couple of points on the digs. Yeah, that sounds about right. I mean, 60. It's fun to see such a high number, and that's what's cool about time travelers, I guess. Obviously, we missed out on Earth 1, but we still wound up getting Water 1 and Air 1. It's fine. Getting locked out of a pass tile in the final round was probably one of our downfalls. And yeah, I do think that Alchemists over-prioritized this a little bit. I think that they were supposed to take the spade instead of the ship VP tile in round 2. They could still have gotten that ship VP tile a little later. You don't remember exactly why, but there was some flying witches rush on hexes. Oh, I see what you're saying. You think that the leech that goats get from F6 compensates having green in the game quite a bit? You're talking about because brown and black are both in the matchup and green upgraded here? I think that you might be right. However, I mean, the leech doesn't do you as much when you're not connecting, right? Maybe it does because you got all 3 of the scoring favors. Like, normally I guess I'd expect Earth 2 instead of Earth 1 in round 1, and you just took Earth 1 and you were fine, so. I spent a long time thinking that you had gone double econ, so I was very confused when you took Water 1. I was like, really? You're taking double econ and Water 1 instead of Earth 1? And then chat had to correct me that, yes, Earth 1 was actually gone. I could not take Earth 1. And what else did we do here? We got good towns. And we did good in the endgame scoring, yeah. I mean, what else can you ask for? The only thing that we really missed out on was some favor points and maybe some passing points, so. And This is this real? I spent 30 points, 30 victory points on Leech this game. Okay, I'm very proud of myself. I'm very proud of myself for this. So, this game is now considered a success. Yeah, you upgrade like 15 times next to me, and yeah, I was not taking it until finally I just randomly decided to take it, and apparently that was the right call. So, okay, that's about it. Thanks everyone for watching. Thanks for chatting. It was a fun one. Unfortunately, it was a hideous color matchup that we were partially responsible for, but we got to make a lot of points as time travelers. Next time, hopefully, we'll get one with conspirators or some other faction we're interested in the game. And until then, thanks everyone. We'll see you next time.